Hello everybody and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. Double G here. This is episode 27 in the series we're doing on the Elm Creek map. So first off, I think you'll notice that I'm recording in a new resolution. I do stream and play on a 49-inch widescreen and I was capturing that native resolution, but I had some comments from some viewers, talked to some teammates, some other content creators, and we just think it'll be a better viewing experience in a more standard 16:9 aspect ratio. It's just something we're trying out. Feel free to let me know in the comments what you think. If you like it, you don't like it, you want to go back to the old way, I'm open. We'll just see how it goes. I did do a video card upgrade as well, so that I have a few more graphics features turned on, less blur in the distance, hopefully a little less lag, and it gives me the performance to start streaming. So you're going to want to watch out for that. I'll be streaming here on YouTube and on Twitch. It's the exact same handle for both, GG80 Gaming. And I'll also be bringing my Twitch VODs over to YouTube. So I'll post a schedule in both places, on my YouTube channel and on my Twitch TV channel. So you'll know what days you can find me, which service I'll be on, and we'll be branching out into more content with. Obviously, we'll be doing some Farm Sim 22, some iRacing, and some American Truck Simulator, and then we'll keep going from there. With all that being said, we're in August. We need to feed the dog, and then we can talk about what we did in the last episode. So, get him fed. I thought I saw him. Yep, he's right there. Happy days. Cool. So, in the last episode, we were in July, and I used a worker to subsoil all of the fields, the 45, 46, and 47, where we previously had barley. And then I cut and baled and wrapped the grass in 48 and 49 because I need to make money. That'll be a good source of income. I think silage is going to sell in December. We'll have to double check that. And I'll get one more cut in it, probably in the next episode. I may even do it off camera just to save the boredom, but we'll deal with that when it comes. We're currently in August, and I'm really trying to work towards September and October. So in September, I can plant more wheat for the chicken food, and then in October is when we can begin to harvest our cotton and our sugar beets. So for today, for this episode, my goals are really to get the wheat planted and to get the cotton harvested and taken to the spinnery. But we have to get to September and October to do that, and we really can't neglect what's going on the farm, so we need to check up on some things. I'm not worried about the sheep. They have plenty of food. We know that. The greenhouses are at 13, so that's roughly 60% full of water, so they'll be fine for now. The chickens, they need food. That, if I don't feed them before I progress into September, they will run out, which means our egg production will stop. So we got to take care of that. And we probably next month have to move the eggs so that we don't run out of space. The wool is probably in good shape. Well, I guess I can run over there and look at it. Do-de-do-de-do. I don't want to run out of space for wool either. However, we will be picking up the wool and taking it to the spinnery when we take the cotton to the spinnery in October. So we're at 3.5 pallets. The spawn area can hold 6, so that's going to be fine for now. So the main objective for right now is to get the chickens some food and then progress into September so we can get our wheat planted. I still feel like we have plenty of food to last until we're able to harvest the wheat we're about to plant. So we'll just grab the John Deere. we in forward? Yep, we're in forward. See if I can do a wide loop. And then we'll fill up with the barley that we have. They won't take a full trailer, but it's almost easier to just fill it up and then dump back what you didn't use. So I'm counting on about 2,000 liters per month. I think we have 11 months worth. Hopefully that'll get us to the wheat harvest. Now once I harvest the cotton, if I can do it in time, I would like to flip that field into a wheat field as well, because I'm really itching to get a second chicken coop. But we'll just have to see how all that works out. If we plant the wheat and we don't get a second chicken coop, we could always sell the wheat, or we could possibly look into buying the grain mill, which we could then use the excess chicken food, the barley, oats, or wheat, any excess of that, and turn it into flour. So that's the chickens full of food. Just dump back the rest, because I don't have a cover for this trailer, and I don't have the room to park it under cover. And then I'll move the trailer off of the grate. That'll work. And then I don't necessarily need to put up the John Deere, because we're going to get it right back out. But I'll go ahead and do it. Alright. And then that's the chickens fed, the water's good. Nobody's running out of space yet, so we can go into September. When you only spend 30 minutes in one day, it takes forever for it to progress into the next, or month, I guess, not day. So now we're in September. The chickens should not have run out of room yet. Nope, they're getting close though. So before we progress into October, or whenever we get a notification, we're gonna have to switch that out. So the order of the month in September is to get the wheat planted in the 3 fields that we have ready. And I'm pretty sure we still have some seed left over. I just can't remember how much. But we will know as soon as we pick up the seeder. And we're at 87%. So it might not be enough, but it's definitely enough to get us started. At some point I may put this on a worker so that I can use the Massey Ferguson to go to the store and pick up seed with the forks. So that won't be too awfully bad. So these 3 fields seem like they're just enough. Okay, we're still on barley. Change that before I pull the snafu again. Okay, now we're on wheat. So it looks like these 3 fields are just enough to supply enough food for the chickens for a year. But I'm hoping to get bigger fields to use for chicken food, so. And then turn it on. Oh, it was unfolded. Turn it on. I did unfold it. Oh, you're really getting on my nerves now. Unfold. Okay. Turn it on. and lower it. And we're off. Alright, we're underway. So we're putting in the wheat. We'll do this field, 45 and 46 and 47. And then potentially field 50 after I harvest the cotton. So I'll go ahead and get this done in a time lapse. And I will see you when all the wheat's been planted. So this is just about it for the wheat planting. You will notice we're up to about 4.5 pallets of wool over there, so that needs to be moved out of the way just to make sure that we don't run out of room. Also, the eggs will need to be moved because I'm sure they're about to run out of room. That's that. I think there's one little tiny spot at the top that got missed, either by me or the worker, I'm not sure. I noticed it just over here. Probably insignificant, but I'll make sure. Get everything planted in. There we go. And that's it for cedar for now. Get it put up. I did use a worker. I went and got a couple of bags of seed from the store and brought them back. So I just put them in the shed behind where the cedar goes, so it's easy to refill. And since we're here, we're down to 61%. We can go ahead and refill it before we drop it, so it's ready to go for the next time. So that's good to go. We'll just put this away, and then we can get in the truck to move those products around. Alright. Get the old pickup truck in the trailer. So what I'll do is I'll move the eggs first, like normal, and then I'll pick up the wool and leave it on the trailer, because once we progress into October and harvest the cotton, it'll all be going to the spinnery. And I'm gonna try and pull a fast one and unload the cotton bale onto this trailer since it's big enough, so that I don't have to lease the cotton bale trailer, and I can make 2 trips instead of 1. I'm pretty sure it'll work. I've seen it done. Pretty sure I can get it to function. Line up over here. Yeah, we're almost at 6 full pallets. There you go. And these will be getting sold in November. Just need to make sure I stay far enough away that they'll unload. There you go, plenty. Chickens have plenty of food. Then we'll loop around to the sheep. Can't see. There we go. Guess I could theoretically just leave the truck here. It's not going to hurt anything. But we will pick up these pallets and kind of back out of the way. Okay. So there's just the half a pallet left over. Everything's in the ground. The sheep still have an enormous amount of food. Let's make sure it's actually feeding in. Yep, it says they have 4,500 liters, so we won't need anything for them for a long time. It was a good idea using the excess from a contract to feed them. I didn't realize it would be that much excess, but I'm okay with it. Alright, make our way back to the house, and we can progress into October and get some cotton harvested. So October is going to be a long month. We're going to harvest the cotton, and that'll probably wrap up this episode once we deliver it to the spinnery. But we'll stay in October for the next episode because the sugar beets also harvest in October, provided we have enough money still left over to rent the equipment that could be a challenge. So at this point, we'll go to the store. Go ahead and order our cotton harvester. So if I just go to Cotton Technology, I'm going to get the case. It's a smaller one, but we have a small field. And it's pretty slow. It's 6 miles an hour, and I think it only travels at like 12 miles an hour. But the header comes with it. It's not, I don't think it's a detachable header. It could be, but when you lease it in the game, it comes with the header, so there's no extra cost. And it's going to cost us $24,000 to lease. So we'll lease that. And then, as I said just a few minutes ago, typically you would lease the cotton bale trailer. It's right here. And what that'll do is it has a mechanism on the back of it, so you back up to the bale and it'll kind of winch it, or the track system will pull it up on there. But I'm pretty sure I can get the cotton bale onto my flatbed, fingers crossed. If not, I'll have to come lease this. It's only $1,300, but it's $1,300 I'd rather not spend if I don't have to. So we'll head over to the store and grab this cotton harvester. There it is. It's a beast of a machine. Oh yeah, top speed 15 miles an hour just while you're driving. It's not a very fast machine, but it will get the job done. So I would love to harvest this cotton and then also flip the cotton field into another wheat field. So we may wind up having to harvest the sugar beets in November for a couple of reasons. A, we may just flat out run out of time to do it in October. Also, in November, I sell the eggs, and that may provide the income that I need to afford to rent the sugar beet harvester. Not to mention the fact that harvesting the sugar beets will not do me a ton of good if I also don't have the money to buy the sugar factory, because that was the whole plan in doing the sugar beets, is to put the sugar factory in the corner of this field. So that may wind up actually getting pushed out to November. We shall see. I think it'll still be in the next episode, but it may have to be in November. In the rest of October, if that's the case, I will need to cut the grass again, bale it and wrap it, and I'll also need to flip this field into wheat, because you can only plant wheat in September and October. So we'll play with it as it comes. I'm gonna unfold the machine. It'll extend up to give room for the bale, because the cotton bales are pretty massive. Another consideration with a cotton harvester is that it will allow you to unload partial bales, but they have to be at least, I want to say, 20% of a bale for it to unload it. So anything less than 20%, you would lose in the harvester, much in the same way you lose a bale in the baler. So anytime you're harvesting a cotton field, especially a smaller one like this that could potentially be more than one bale, when you're at 50% capacity in the baler, in the harvester, you want to make sure you're more than halfway through your field. If not, you would want to unload that partial bale and then do another partial bale so you don't lose any. So for instance, if you had, let's say, enough cotton to be 110% of a bale and you do the full bale, you'd have 10% left over that you couldn't get out. Whereas you could unload a 60% bale and then a 50% bale, and you'd have to make 2 trips, but you can get all your cotton. So just something to keep in mind anytime you're using the big cotton harvester that puts out bales. So it looks like it's getting 5 or 6 rows at a time. It will take a little time to do. This thing pretty much turns on a dime, almost like a zero turn, so that's going to make it handy in this tight little field. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another time lapse to get this harvested, and when that's done, we can get it loaded up and get everything to the spinnery. Alright, so that's going to be it for the cotton harvest this go round. We wound up with 72% of a bale. When I got to 50% in the baler, I still only had about a third of my field left, so I continued with it. And I did miss one little piece up here. May as well grab it. Somehow I planted some cotton just in the corner of the next field, 4 or 5 stalks, so I went ahead and got that too. May as well. What I'll do is I'll back this down the road here. I'll jump out and line up the truck. This is where things could go pear-shaped. Oh, do want to pick up the rest of the wool first, though. I changed my filter over so that I pick up everything. So we have 5.5 pallets of wool for, looks like 5,500 liters. Let's see if I can straighten this up just a bit more. Alright. And then the trailer ramps, I believe, are Z. Yeah. So what I'm going to try to do here is back the cotton harvester up onto the trailer, so when it unloads the bale, it'll drop it onto the trailer, because otherwise I have no way of getting the bale on the trailer unless auto load would pick it up. But this is going to be more fun, I think. Let me zoom out so I can get aligned. I know I'm kind of close to the sheep shed. Alright, and am I gonna, yep, push the bales. It's alright, we can clean that up. They will probably still receive it from there anyway. So I'm gonna try and watch my tires because it's almost too wide. Come on, come on. That's probably plenty. So now I'm gonna put it back into drive, because as soon as this thing starts unfolding to unload the bale, it doesn't stop, and I don't want to glitch out the game like that. Come on. Oh, 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 whoa. We're gonna make it. Oh, we did. It worked. In just enough room. Okay. Awesome. I'm very happy with that. Fold this bad boy back up. Well, that worked out well. Things normally don't work out that well for me. Okie doke. Let's see if I can fold those ramps up. I do not know. It's a pretty heavy load, it looks like. We're going to make sure everything's strapped and cross our fingers. Oh, it looks like the ramps may clear anyway. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. Very happy indeed. Alright, so let's get this over to the spinnery. We can head out this way. Actually, we could go up the back way around the vehicle shop, because that'll get us up to the road that the spinnery is on as well. It's really about 50-50 from here, so rather than doubling back, I think I'll just go this way. Whoa, that's fast, that's fast. Okay. I think it's a lot heavier than I'm giving it credit for. Oh yeah. It looks like a beefy load. I need not be zooming up on corners too much. Yeah, so if we go up this way past the biogas, it should dead end us into the road that the spinnery is on. Slow your roll. Alright. And this saves us a trip by not having to use the bale trailer for the bale and then the regular trailer for the wool. Alright. Nice, nice. So yeah, once we go under the interstate, go through the little bend in the road, it should be just on the right. Yep, there it is, just ahead, the little horseshoe driveway. Awesome. Not too bad. We can come in from strap. Yep, it's taking the cotton, I mean the wool. That's good. Is that just too far? It's not wanting to take the wool bale. I mean the cotton bale. It may be a little too high for the trigger. So I guess what I'll have to do, let's see if the pallet auto load will unload it for me. It says the unloading area is blocked, so maybe it will do. Yep. And it took it. Awesome. Let's see if we can get this out of here without dying. Whoa, can't see. Awesome. We'll hop out and make sure the productions are turned on. Should have automatically, yep. It automatically turned on wool and cotton. So wool goes at a rate of 2 to 1. 2 wool liters to 1 fabric liter. So that should give us 2,300 liters or so of wool. This goes 5 to 3. So we have almost 15. So we should have almost 9,000 liters of cotton fabric when it all processes. And it's currently storing 733 liters. So this 55 should give us 23. So yeah, we should have about 3,000 liters with the wool fabric we already had. So that's good. All right. I'm going to get the truck and the trailer back to the farm. We also have to get the rented harvester back to the store. And I was thinking, maybe, for the sense of ridiculousness, when I was backing that harvester up onto the trailer, I wonder if I could put the harvester on the trailer and take it back that way. Because we do have a much faster, I mean, truck's much faster than the harvester drives. I mean, it would be completely ludicrous to think that this truck would pull that big of a piece of equipment, which I feel like is all the more reason to try it and see if it goes, you know, haywire on us. I don't see any reason why not to. Worst case scenario, super strength can bail us out, but I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't try it. That doesn't mean I'm not going to. So the harvester is over here. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it might actually work. This could create the glitch of all glitches, but it just might work. Unfold the ramps. Let's see if we can back this bad boy up on here, because it was almost completely on the trailer when I was unloading the bale. Let's see. Line it up. I'm just going to line it up and then gun it, because the front has 2 sets of tires, so it'll hang off, but it'll still be on the trailer. Oh, it worked. Oh. Yeah. That is definitely completely on there. let's strap it down. Yeah, the ramps may be a problem. Let's see. Okay, first of all, let's strap it down. I'm gonna say that's strapped. Let's try and flip up the ramps. Oh! Oh! That's probably not great. Unstrap it. And restrap it. Oh, that is so not good. Oh, the back of it's sitting up on the gooseneck. I wonder if the truck will even move now. Well, there's only one way to find out. It will. It'll pull it. Oh, that's great. Good times. Now can we get there without crashing or flipping over? Yeah, this is probably not something that should be attempted at home. That is absolutely ridiculous to think that this truck would pull a piece of equipment that big. Oh, good times. That's what we're here for, though. I'm not sure we actually saved any time either, but it's definitely more fun. Okie dokie. Swing wide, turn slow. Yeah, this definitely falls under the please don't try this at home category. Okay, well, we made it. I guess that one's a W. Whoa, whoa. A little quick. See if it'll let us turn it in from here. I mean, technically it would have let us turn it in from the field, I suppose. That also would not have been as much fun. Alright, it's returned. Did we completely jack up our setup? No, seems to be alright. Okie doke. We'll get this back to the farm. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. I feel like we got a lot done. We need to flip that field and get the grass cut. I may very well do that off screen before I start the next episode, because it's planting a wheat field and cutting grass. It's, you know, it's just repetitious stuff. I'll think on it. That's probably the way I'll go. We'll save the boring and mundane for the streams and for the time-lapse series. So yeah, I think we're gonna call that good for this one. Thanks everybody for watching. Until next time, take care.